Alright guys, Epic fucking Slayers here, and in today's video I'm bringing you the best buys from this week's weekly vendor reset, which includes a Navy MP5N and a SASG, so stay tuned for those. If you would like me to continue doing these weekly vendor reset videos, then drop a like on the video and let's try and do 150 likes, that would be excellent. If you are new to my channel, drop a subscription if you enjoy my content, and let's get straight into the video guys. Alright guys, so kicking it off at the East 53rd Street, and we got this really nice Navy MP5N. It's got a pretty good base damage. If you compare it to my AUG, for example, which of course will have a higher base damage, then it's got a really good base damage for it, 20.1k. It's got accurate, deadly, and it's also got swift. Sorry, let me just go back. Accurate, deadly, and swift here. Not the best talents for this gun, but I would probably recommend getting rid of accurate. And if you run this with a defense build, then swift's pretty good because it gives you that time, you know, that faster reload time. I'd probably change out accurate for something like competent or brutal or something like that. That would give you much better DPS. But overall, this Navy MP5 is a pretty good roll, and if you don't have one, I'd grab it. So guys, at this week's special equipment vendor, we have some pretty good things to pick up here. So, as you can see, we have all the exotic weapons and, you know, the actual guns themselves don't change on a weekly basis, but their rolls do. So I would certainly look into that and see if you can upgrade on what you currently have. What we do have here is this tactical SASG-12, which, if you didn't see my most recent video, the SASG-12 in PvP is really good. The stagger is crazy good. Shotguns are really viable at the moment in Last Stand or PvP in general. So I definitely recommend looking into this if you don't have an SASG. It's got competent, meticulous, and adept. Now, adept and competent are really, really good. Obviously, the crit hit chance is nice to have on a shotgun anyway, and the 10% increase in damage for 15 seconds is great for a shotgun. I'd maybe roll out meticulous and go for something like brutal or absolutely maybe something like deadly, depending on what your critical hit chance is. But yeah, this is a really, really nice gun. And just below this, we have a military L86 LSW. Now, they were sorry, not nerfed. They were patched. Buffed. I'll get there eventually, guys. They were buffed recently by 4% weapon damage, but to be honest, it's still not enough for this weapon. But I would still pick this up because it has adept, deadly, and unforgiven, so it's got a really good talent roll. You may just want to stash this one away in case they do actually buff it again, and then it will be a viable option. And moving on, guys, there is actually just one more thing that I'd recommend looking into here. By the way, with all these gear sets, then I would just look at what you have and see if there's something here that might be better for you guys. But I'd recommend looking into this loud vent break, which is really good for submachine guns. It's got critical hit damage at max roll, critical hit chance at max roll, and 5.5% headshot damage, which is 0.5% off the max roll of 6%. So this is almost a god rolled loud vent break, so I definitely recommend picking this one up, guys. So this week's East 34th Street, guys, we have this really, really almost god roll electronics mod here with 263 electronics, which the maximum is 265, and then the highest roll for skill haste at 3%. This would be a really good to add to, say, for example, a tactician's build or a reclaimer build, and I would definitely recommend picking this up if you don't already have a mod this good. Of course, in Last Stand, then everything's normalized, but in the Dark Zone or everywhere else, then this mod will, you know, will absolutely do the job for you. Lastly, guys, at the East 46th Street, we have this really nice Paratrooper SVD, and this is for your PvE people out there. It's got 160% headshot damage, which is kind of average. You want to sort of be hitting 170. The base damage on this thing is pretty good. It's got predatory and competent. Predatory is obviously really good for PvE, as it regenerates 35% health over 20 seconds. Competent is really good. Once you pop a skill, then your damage is increased by 10%, and discipline isn't good at all, especially if you're running Deadeye, so I'd probably roll this out for something better like brutal if you are using a sniper, because you will be going for headshots in PvE, and that's just my recommendation, guys. So yeah, if you're a PvE person and you don't have an SVD, then I'd recommend picking this one out. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. In my next video, I will be showing you my amazing DPS defense set, so please stay tuned for that. As I said before, if you want me to carry on doing these weekly events, then these weekly vendor videos, then please leave a like on the video, and that would show me that actually you do want to see this sort of stuff, which you have done before, and I appreciate all the work that you've done for me, guys, because you really have made my channel grow quite a lot over the last sort of couple of weeks. So thank you very much for that. Hope you did enjoy this one again, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.